Hello, y'all. Welcome back to our channel, Stir the Pot. Today, we're going to be making zucchini bread. Um, about October, November, I'll start making my breads. I'll make zucchini, banana, and pumpkin. The recipes that I make two loaves. So you have one to enjoy now and one to put in the freezer for the holiday. So let's stir the pot. So first we're going to start with 3 cups of flour, and to the flour we're going to add 2.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're using the Ceylon cinnamon. You can use your regular cinnamon that you get in the grocery store. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. You guys that watch know I'm in Florida and everything is humid here. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. So we're going to begin by whisking all of these together. You know I had to do that. It smells so good. Measure this out and put it in a cup instead of just pouring it all in your cup for a more accurate measurement. I think I forgot to tell you guys that I'm going to need my butter. So I do have 2 sticks of melted butter here as well. The recipe will be in the description below, so no worries about if you forgot to write that down. So now we're going to start with our eggs and our sugar and our vanilla flavoring. So our 3 eggs are going in. 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. And 1 3/4 cups of sugar. So we're going to start by whisking all of this together. And when that is incorporated, then I'm going to set it aside and we're going to start working with putting our zucchini into our butter, and then we'll incorporate this and our flour into our bread mixture. So what I have here is 2 zucchinis. You'll need 2 cups for this, and 2 zucchinis is about 2 cups, and they're 2 medium zucchinis. This is, you can grate it, or I put it in my food processor. And I'm adding this right to my butter, and again, the butter was melted and it has cooled. You want to put the juice in as well, so you do not strain the juice off of your zucchini. So now we're going to stir the zucchini in with the butter. If you see any pieces that did not get cut up small, you do want your pieces a little small. You don't want to be eating and get a chunk. Or I wouldn't think anyway. I've never done that before. I can't imagine how it would taste. So now we have the zucchini mixed in with the butter, and we're going to incorporate the eggs and the vanilla flavoring and the sugar into this mixture now. Do y'all recognize this bowl from one of my other episodes? This is the bowl that's older than me. It was my grandmother's bowl. Beautiful, huh? So now we're just going to fold these ingredients in together, and then we'll start adding our dry ingredients. It's a very easy recipe. It is delicious. Having extra breads around the house is good for the holidays, or really any time of the year, but the holidays especially because you have more people gathering in your home. And it's just easy to pull a loaf out for if you want to have it for breakfast or afternoon with coffee or tea. But just a very convenient food that your family and friends will love. So now I'm putting in my flour mixture, and I'm going to start by putting in about half and incorporating that, and then incorporating the remainder. Makes it a little bit easier to incorporate your dry ingredients if you don't dump them all in there at one time. I'm going to grab my whisk. I just want to get all that flour broke up. It looks like that's incorporated, and I'll put the remainder of my flour now. Ooh, I might have put a little bit less than a half of that at the first time, but we'll get it. These recipes for YouTube, I find them a little bit hard because a lot of recipes I don't even measure for. So having to go back and figure what I did for measurements is quite a task for me. And right now I've got my flour stuck up in my whisk. So let me get that out. You can do this with a hand mixer, but for my breads, I do not get my mixer out. I hand mix these. We'll switch off since that one didn't seem to be doing quite as well. Back to my wood spoon. You guys ever go to Boone, North Carolina? This wood spoon that I'm working with right now, I only use it for baking, will not allow it to go into my dishwasher. But this is my favorite wood spoon for baking, and I had picked it up. Me and my sisters go up to Boone. We used to go every year, but now that we're getting older, we don't. And stay, we call it the Yaya Sister Vacation. And this was one of the items that I had picked up in Boone when we were there. So I always think of those trips whenever I'm using this particular wood spoon. And again, I use it for all my, if I have to stir something up for bacon or cookies, this is my go-to spoon. So we've got that pretty much incorporated. Okay, we're going to now put in the nuts. I am adding to this 1 cup of walnuts, and I did put them in the oven at 325 for 20 minutes just to roast them. I just put them on a cookie sheet with a little bit of parchment paper, and they've cooled now. I'm also adding 1 cup of semi-sweet mini morsels. You can add any type of chocolate morsel that you would like to your bread. You don't even have to add it, and it's still delicious. Or you could add raisins or currants. So we're going to just fold these ingredients in. Okay, I have incorporated my chocolate chips and my walnuts in here, and now we just need to prepare a couple pans. This does make 2 small bread loaves, so I'll get those prepared. I'll be using Pam baking spray. You can grease these yourself and put some flour on it, or you could dust it with cocoa or cinnamon. But I'm taking the easy girl way out today. Okay, so we have our 2 mini loaf pans here. I have put these on a large baking sheet. Just makes it easier putting it in and out of the oven. So you're going to split this up, half in one, half in the other. This baking pan also will help you if you have some overspill. It's not going to mess up your stove. I'm pretty anal with my kitchen. And again, you know my shaking trick. You can level it out. I just shake it. I do the same thing with my cakes to get that level. Okay, these are ready to go in the oven. We have the oven set at 325. The rack's in the middle of the oven, and we'll put these in. These will bake for approximately 60 minutes. So 55 to 60. I'm going to start with 55 and we'll test them then. Okay, our bread is done and I'm going to get it out and check it. Or I hope it's done. It is beautiful and the house smells fabulous. Yep, I would say that that is done. So you take these and you put them on a rack for about 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, we're going to turn them out. Right. Okay. It has been 10 minutes, so we're going to turn these out. I hope I can handle them. They're a little warm. Whew. And the house smells divine. Okay, so they will sit here and completely cool, and then we will cut one so that you can see what it looks like and we can have some of it. And the other, we will wrap and put in the freezer for a later time to share with friends and family. Okay, our bread has cooled, and now we're going to cut into it and we're going to taste it. It's so crispy on the outside. Look at that. Just look at that. It is just loaded with goody stuff. It is just loaded with goodness. The real test comes now. Smells so good. Mm, that is delicious. Mm, that is so good, and it's so moist. Look at the just look at that. Does the cameraman want to bite?
I'll get it afterwards.
Okay. Well, we're going to enjoy our bread. This one I will wrap in once it's still just a little warm, but when it completely cools, I'll wrap this in saran or a plastic wrap, and then I'll also wrap it full. And I'll place that in my freezer, and you can keep it in the freezer for up to 3 months. So I hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, stir the pot. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe so that you'll get more recipes like this, and give us a comment. Also, the directions for this or the recipe will be down in the description. Until next time, stir the pot.